Hello everyone, how's your summer going? This is an update to my binary and hex course and also an announcement about a presentation that I'm going to do tomorrow. And you are all invited for the reason that I'm going to talk about later. So first of all, about the binary and hex course, uh, I have the videos. I'm posting new videos on my website here, and also I am running presentations where people can ask questions, and I also can provide some extra material for deeper understanding. The first three modules are concerned with mode 1 data, mode 6 data, and also transferring ASCII data over a CAN bus. However, modules 4 to 6 are concerned with storing data into EEPROM. The fourth module is about theory of storing the data, while module 6 is using Raspberry Pi Pico microcontroller to program an EEPROM chip. And this is done in MicroPython. And this is the reason why the fifth module is concerned with the basics of Python. Now, why I'm using Raspberry Pi Pico and MicroPython, and let's say not an Arduino Uno. And I think there is a reason for that. You see, Arduino Uno is a neat hardware and software combination, but in my perspective, it makes simple projects simpler, and that's good, but hard projects harder. What I mean by that is that if we need to do something simple, like talk to another chip, not being on a very tight schedule, then Arduino provides a lot of libraries where we can do that in the main loop. However, if we are on a tight schedule and we need to communicate with several chips at the same time, then unfortunately, we cannot really do that very nicely. One way to try is to use interrupts for the microcontroller, but unfortunately, most of the Arduino libraries and functions are not supposed to be called from the interrupt routines. So we are back to square one, often using the registers, direct port manipulation, and all that other non-Arduino bare metal stuff. And also, if we can try to do another way and try to really neatly put everything into the main loop where all the timings are done in such a way that everything has enough time to make the program responsive enough, it may take a while to actually get it right, and the final product might be hard to read. And you know, you can look at the projects such as Speeduino, where people are trying to use Arduino Uno to control ignition and fuel injectors, and it works. But if you just look at the code, it's a little bit hard to read, even if you know what is supposed to happen. It's just a lot of workarounds to make things work properly. And thus, for a lot of projects, I feel that MicroPython is actually a better candidate, because for things that do not require a lot of performance, you just use Python code. It's usually results in very readable and nice code. And for things that require performance, typically there are libraries implemented in C that do this thing under the hood, and thus they're hidden from the user. And so in some sense, it's a neat combination as well, where you can leverage the power of Python language. And at the same time, if you have the proper libraries that implement high performance procedures in C, then you get the benefit of that too. And this is the reason why I'm trying to use Python for these demonstrations. And thus, for tomorrow's presentation on 16th of August, 8 p.m. EST, I would like to present how to use Raspberry Pi Pico and MicroPython to generate SAND packets. SAND stands for Single Edge Nibble Transmission. And this is a protocol that is becoming more and more popular to send sensor data, such as throttle position and math sensors. In the past, I've made quite a few videos on the subject, and you can see those in the link below. But here I'm ready to present how to actually generate that signal using a microcontroller such as a Raspberry Pi Pico. The presentation will be delivered over Zoom, and you can see the details how to connect. They will also be copied to the link in the description. And if you are interested in the binary and hex course, just go to this address, and for binary and hex module 1, there will be a page on how to get all the videos. I know that I spend a lot of time on preparing that material, and that's why, to get me motivated, I put a $300 price on the whole thing. But yes, it's a kind of like a lot of money, but the material is, to say, interesting and fairly unique. You probably won't find anything like that anywhere else put into such format. And also, I keep adding new stuff as well. For example, you will also have such material as proprietary communications, for example, for GM LAN module diagnostic services presentation. You will have description on how the flash memory and emulated EEPROM works. And also, I have a video on how to reverse engineer CAN bus data, a fairly straightforward method that uses Python language. Also, recently I've added a topic that is not directly related to binary and hex, but it's more related to mathematics of parasitic drain and how to investigate it using math channels in Picoscope or by using Python routines. And also, there is a presentation for lean bus alternators coming up. I just need to put it all together and post the video on the website. So lots of things happening. But to get a feel how the presentation is going, just connect tomorrow and see for yourself. Thank you for your attention, and see you soon.